Hello and welcome. So happy to have you joining me today. We are going to work on a full body Vinyasa practice today that's really just going to open up all the different kind of energy channels in your body. So starting from the top of the head all the way down to the toes, we're just going to try and get prana or breath moving through that center channel and moving our body in ways to really focus on those different areas. So find your way onto your mat, and then let's just go ahead and come onto our back. So you're going to start off on the earth, and maybe you want to lift your arms up overhead and extend your toes towards the edge of the mat. And I like to call this a nice big good morning stretch. So take that nice big good morning stretch, really reaching fingertips and toes away from the body. And then let's walk our hands and our feet over toward the left side. So here you might grab your right wrist and the right ankle crosses over the left. And you're making kind of like a C shape or a banana shape with your body, where the left ribs squeeze towards the right hip. The left hip. And then coming back through center, reach through the fingertips. Extend and find that length. And then let's walk our hands and feet over towards the right side. So this time the right hand is going to grab that left wrist, and that left ankle crosses over the right. So again, that C shape, reaching towards the right. Take another breath. Finding that length back through the center. Inhale and reach. As you exhale, bring your legs in towards your heart. So you're coming into this kind of hug for the body. And then we're just going to find our way back onto the earth and find a few moments of stillness where you can really notice the breath. And here's where we're going to just focus on all the different energy channels through the center of the body, starting from the toes. Our first energy channel is at the root, or our hips to our feet, and then moving up through the pelvic bowl area. This is also called the chakra system. Moving to the center, you have your belly, sometimes where you feel your gut instincts. Rising up through the heart, where you have your love and compassion. Moving towards the throat, our voice, our area for communication. Next, moving up to the third eye, or between the foreheads. This is our center of intuition. Moving above the head, the crown of the head, just that offering things to that power greater than us. Just letting the breath flow from the crown to the toes, back and forth, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way down. Nice way to find our center. Notice our place on the earth here. Take 2 more breaths like this. Arms up overhead and focus on the center and that belly, or our solar plexus, and doing what I like to call like little V ups. So you're going to inhale as you lift your arms and extend your legs, engaging with the core. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, squeeze up. Point those toes. You can lower your legs down too if that feels better, or you want to make it a little stronger. A couple more like that. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. Let's do 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Inhale. And release. And then those knees come back into the chest, giving yourself a big hug, squeezing in, and then maybe rolling that low back on the earth for a little massage. And then from here, we're going to roll ourselves up. So you're welcome to roll to the side or back and forth. This might feel good for the spine. Up and over, we're gonna make our way onto hands and knees. And then from here, we're gonna focus on the heart and the belly. So dropping the belly and lifting the heart. As you exhale, pull your heart in and the navel towards the spine. Just moving in and out of your cat-cow. And moving with your breath, inhale. Exhale, release. Times lifting and releasing. So maybe it feels good to move some hips around. That might feel better for the body. Might feel good to pull your hips all the way back down and then lifting back up. Just kind of coming in and out of whatever movement feels natural and nourishing for the back body. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then sinking the hips back towards that child's pose. Maybe the forehead comes to the earth. Maybe you have blocks near you. As you're ready, you're going to inhale, come back up through tabletop pose. As you exhale, tuck your toes, shift back, come into a downward facing dog. So down dog is a great way to stretch out the calves, lift through the tailbone. Sometimes we sink ourselves back into our wrists and that can put some pressure on them, so you're going to try and be light in the fingertips. Another option is to stay in that tabletop pose, or bring the arms out a little further, come into this kind of puppy pose where the hips stay above the knees. And maybe wiggling the hips side to side, or from that downward facing dog, maybe we're gonna just pedal the heels. Take 2 more breaths. Let your neck and head release. Lift the tailbone. As you're ready, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come into a nice deep forward fold. Let your neck and head release. Belly to the thighs. With an inhale, come up halfway. Hands to knees or shins. As you're ready, exhale, fold it forward. Next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to standing. Come through a slight back bend. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center and root down through your feet. So then kind of coming back into that mental flow of watching the breath come from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head and then flowing back down. So when we stand in this mountain pose, we're gonna allow that breath to travel all the way. Inhale from the root to the crown, all the way up. One more breath like that, inhale. Exhale, release it down like a waterfall from the crown to the feet. And then with that next inhale, we'll reach our arms up overhead, maybe that slight back bend. As you exhale, swan dive all the way down. Next inhale, rise up halfway, hands to knees or shins, finding that flat back. As you exhale, fold it forward, plant the hands. Let's step back with that right foot and then drop that right knee. Find your stability here, first on the earth, and then lift your arms up to the sky. So you're gonna reach your fingertips to the sky and maybe relax the shoulders a little bit so you feel that space between the shoulders and the ears. And then we're gonna cactus those arms and press the hips forward. Now, if you feel discomfort in your low back, just stay upright and you can still cactus your arms as you come through each breath. Inhale, reach, exhale, cactus, and press. Inhale up, exhale, cactus. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach, exhale, cactus those arms, holding the heart, and then bring the hands down. Let's plant that right hand and peel that left arm up. Come through a twist. With the exhale, both hands frame that front left foot. Come to hands and knees. Exhale, lower belly, chest and chin to the earth. With the inhale, lift up through low cobra. As you exhale, tuck your toes, shift it back. Downward facing dog. Let your neck and head release, pedal the heels. Maybe if you're in tabletop, you're just letting your hips sway side to side. With the inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale, bring that right foot forward between your hands. Dropping the left knee, find that stability, and then rise on up. reach through the fingertips. Same thing. Extend through the fingertips, find space between ears and shoulders. With the exhale, press forward and cactus arms, or stay neutral. Inhale up, exhale cactus. 2 more, reaching up. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades. Next time up, exhale, cactus holding, lifting the heart. Hands to the earth. Plant that left hand and peel that right arm open. Reach to the fingertips. As you exhale, both hands to the earth. Tuck those left toes and step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Let your neck and head release. With an inhale, lift up, low cobra, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Next inhale, sweep arms all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a breath here. Noticing the breath. Noticing that motion of breath from toes all the way to the crown of your head. Let's move through that one more time. Leading with the left leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. As you're ready, step that left foot back. Dropping the left knee, find stability. Inhale, arms rise. Reach through the fingertips. As you're ready, exhale, cactus those arms. Lifting up. Exhale, cactus and press forward. 2 more, 1. Lifting and bending. Last time, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, cactus those arms. Plant the hands. Drop that left hand and let's peel that right arm open. Reach through the fingertips. As you exhale, both hands to the earth. Step back, hands and knees. As you exhale, come down, belly, chest, and chin to the earth. With the inhale, lift up through low cobra. As you exhale, tuck your toes, shift it back. Downward facing dog. Take another breath or 2 here. Take the chance to pedal the heels, lift through the tailbone, shake the head no, nod it yes. And then let's lift that left leg up and back. Hips are gonna stay square. As you're ready, that left foot comes forward between the hands. Find that stability, bringing that knee to the earth. Inhale, lift arms to the sky. Reach through the fingertips, find that space between ears and shoulders. As you're ready, cactus those arms and press forward. Good. Inhale, reach. Moving with your breath, exhale. Breath and movement coming together. Exhale, the union of the two is what yoga is. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, we're gonna reach those arms. As you exhale, plant the hands. Right hand stays rooted, left arm reaches to the sky. Next exhale, brings that left hand to the earth. Step back, hands and knees. As you exhale, lower belly, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale through low cobra. Exhale, tuck those toes, shift it back, downward facing dog. Let's take a few moments in down dog, pedaling the heels, lifting through the tailbone. And then as you're ready, bring the knees to the earth. Let's find a child's pose and take a few breaths to find that balance between effort and ease. From your child's pose, maybe take another breath or 2 here, just to, again, find grounding, let go of distractions, and then we're going to rise on up onto hands and knees. Come through a couple cat-cows, rounding the spine, lifting the heart. And then as you're ready, you're going to tuck the toes and shift back into a downward facing dog. You can do this next little set on the knees as well. So I'll show you first. On the knees, you're going to extend that right leg, and then as you exhale, you're going to bring that right knee to the right elbow. From this downward facing dog pose, you're going to come through plank pose and bring that right knee to the right elbow. Lifting it back. As you exhale, bring right knee to left elbow, across the body. Inhale, reach it back.
Exhale, right knee towards your nose. This time, reach that right leg back. And then we're gonna bring that right foot all the way between the hands, coming into your warrior two. So root the left foot down and rise on up. Shoulders are relaxed. Palms are facing down. And maybe we gaze over that right middle finger. Have a nice bend in that right knee. Pull up through the low belly, so that's strengthening the low back. Take another breath. Next inhale, you're gonna flip those palms, reach it forward. Exhale, come through, reverse warrior. Allow that left arm to just reach down the left side. Take a breath. And then we're gonna work on this center area by bringing this left arm up. And then you're gonna travel forward. So similar to a side angle pose, but this time we're reaching and keeping our arms extended. And back. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more times like that. And exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float it back. Last time, you're gonna reach it forward. And exhale it back. This time we're gonna come through that side angle pose. Lifting those, like letting this right elbow just drop to the right thigh. And then this left arm reaches up. So you find that nice strengthening and lengthening from fingertips all the way down to the toes. One more breath here. With the exhale, you're gonna sweep both arms back and come through an exalted triangle. So this right arm is lifted, and maybe the bend in the knee is a little slighter. You're not gonna lock that right knee out all the way, but you're gonna come a little straighter here. And we're coming into this exalted triangle. Inhale. And then with the exhale, we'll transition into our triangle pose. So arms are extended, reach, 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 and then bringing that right arm down and opening up hips and heart. So this is where a block or a book or a water bottle might come in nicely. Lifting through the heart, bringing that ground towards you so you can find that stability. Take 2 more breaths here. Reaching, opening through the hips. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let's go ahead and frame that right front foot, bringing both blocks in if you have them, and then bringing this left leg in about 6 to 10 inches. So we're coming into a pyramid pose. So the blocks on their highest level might feel good. You can also do this on the earth, maybe just coming onto fingertips. But all the 10 toes are facing towards that short end of the mat or forward. You're gonna pull that right hip back and the left hip forward. And then let your neck and head go as you really feel a nice stretch to the back of the right leg, the hip, the neck. 2 more breaths. And then as you're ready, maybe bringing those blocks up a little further. We're gonna root down through that right foot and come through some standing splits. So we're rooted in that right leg, and this left leg is extended back. So, option to stay here and just find that balance and using the blocks and the earth. Otherwise, you could come into a warrior 3. And that might mean bringing hands to heart center, maybe extending them back or forward, finding that length. You could also come through like a swimming motion. Or keep your hands on the blocks. Kind of playing around with what feels best. 2 more breaths wherever you're at. And then as you're ready, that left foot comes to the earth. Come into a nice deep forward fold. We're gonna flow and then move on to the other side. So blocks to the edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Next inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to come through heart center. Take a breath, letting it travel all the way from the feet to the top of the crown. Next inhale, arms up. As you exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to knees or shins. exhale, fold it forward, plant the hands. Let's step back into a plank pose. Always the options to have the knees to the earth. As you exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, lift up, low cobra or up dog. As you exhale, tuck the toes, shift back, downward facing dog. Take 2 to 3 breaths here. Pedaling the heels, always the option to come through tabletop or child's pose. One more breath. And then again, we're gonna lift this left leg up. Always the option to do this on your knees as well. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you come through that plank pose, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Using your breath. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, left knee comes towards the nose, round the spine. Inhale, reach it back. Next exhale brings that left foot all the way forward between the hands. And then maybe dropping that right heel, find that stability and rise up through your warrior 2. Good. So we're in our warrior 2. We're finding that stability of the root, feeling that strength and mobility of our hips. Let the shoulders relax again, finding that space between ears and shoulders. Good. And then let's go ahead and find that relaxed shoulders and arms. Flip those palms, reach forward. Exhale, reverse that warrior. And then we'll go ahead and work on this kind of movement through the upper body with our stability in the lower body. So lift that right arm up. Inhale, and then exhale. Bring that as if you were holding a big ball. Bring it up over your head. Inhale, pull it back. A couple more times like that. Engage through your core as you move slowly forward, and then reaching it back. Inhale, and exhale. Let's do it 2 more times. Coming forward, and then exhaling, pulling it back. Last one. And pulling it back. And then this time we'll go ahead and come through that side angle pose. Reach, reach, reach through those right fingertips all the way down to the toes. So you're finding that long line from one side to the next. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, let's sweep back, come through that reverse warrior or moving into that reverse triangle. So we've kind of come out of that deep bend on the left side, mostly straight left leg, but a slight bend is good to have. You don't want to lock out completely. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, we'll parallel the arms. Reach, reach, reach through the left fingertips, and then come into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. So hand to the calf, block or water bottle, whatever support you might have, maybe a chair. But the idea is to keep those hips open, the heart lifted. So you're opening up. Yeah. Breathe. Maybe gaze up at the right hand or maybe down at the left hand. Where does your gaze want to be? Maybe you close your eyes. Take a breath. Let it go. One more. And then as you exhale, let's go ahead and frame that front foot with both those blocks or water bottles or whatever the props you might have, or no props. Then let's bring that right foot in and come into your pyramid pose. So all the 10 toes are facing towards the short end of the mat, all in the same direction. This time we're pulling that left hip back, right hip comes forward. And the neck and head release all the way down. Let your neck go, find that release, and breathe. We'll take a few more breaths here before we get moving into our balancing work. One more breath. And then as you're ready, we're gonna root down through that left foot. Maybe the blocks come a little further out, and then lift that right leg up. Again, this can be done at the edge of a chair or your couch or your bed, so that you find that balance point, and then you're really feeling the strength in your root and your legs. Yeah. Nice deep breathing here. Let your neck and head go as you gaze back at the toes. One more breath in the standing splits. And then we'll go ahead and bring the hands to the heart center, or out by your sides, or forward for your warrior three. Or maybe you're gonna flow your arms. That might feel good to just get a little bit more movement in. And you might wobble and fall, and that's totally normal and fine and expected. Take 2 more breaths. And last time, hands back to the earth, right foot comes to the mat. Let's go ahead and shake those hips out. Bend one knee and then the other, just let your tail wag. Let's move through a flow. We're gonna end up in child's pose, so you're welcome to skip the flow altogether and just arrive in child's pose, or you can come all the way up, reaching your fingertips. Exhale, hands come through heart center, notice the breath. Next, inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to knees or shins, finding that flat back. Exhale, fold it forward, plant the hands, step back, plank pose or tabletop. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck toes, shift back down, and we're facing dog. You can take a few breaths here in down dog. And then when you're ready, big toes to touch, come through your child pose. Take a moment here, focus that effort on the third eye, allowing your breath to ease up, allowing your thoughts to let go. We'll take one more breath here. And then we're going to come into tabletop pose. And we're going to make our way all the way onto our belly. So you can come through hands and knees and just lower yourself down. For a little strength and lengthening through our neck, we're going to lift our heart and head and crown and neck through this Sphinx pose. So forearms are on the mat, elbows and shoulders are stacked, and you're just lifting through the heart. So here our pelvic bone is rooted, the tops of our legs are rooted to the earth. And then if there's any discomfort in the low back, you can go ahead and release. Otherwise, you might lift up through the low belly. Try not to clench in the glutes and just lift through the heart. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and plant one hand onto the other. Forehead onto the hands, and then let your knees bend, and let your legs sway side to side. We'll take 2 more breaths. As you're ready, we're going to plant those hands and shift back into a child's pose, just for 1 breath. Or 2. Coming towards the end of our practice here. So you're welcome to come into any position that feels nurturing for you. If you'd like to arrive back on the earth into that kind of good morning stretch, and bring the knees into your heart, that is one option. Stretching it out, maybe a happy baby feels good. And whatever you choose, if you'd like to stay on your back for the remainder of practice, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you can come up to a comfortable seat and take a few last breaths here in the practice, allowing yourself to come into that stillness, whether you're on your back or in your seated position. Just bring that awareness to the root. Let the breath travel all the way up to the crown. Release all the way back down. Taking the last few moments here just to breathe. Finding gratitude for this land that we are on. Offering gratitude for this practice of yoga. Bringing gratitude to ourselves, our bodies, and our breaths that move us in and out of the practice and our lives each day. As you're ready to close the practice, you're welcome to stay on the earth. If you're coming to your seat, you can arrive there now. And then we'll take another nice deep breath in, lifting arms up, exhaling hands to heart center. Offering gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. May this practice nourish you and carry you through your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here and watching these videos. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and tune in to the others that are on the channel. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.